Good afternoon, investigators. Mike Evans from the Australian Security Academy with episode 260 of Spy Curious. Thanks, Jack. Thanks for your support. Thanks for checking in, my friend. G'day, Taylor. Great to see you. I'm sure it's beautiful down in Tasmania, mate. It always is. Well, people, we had some awards last week, and I was so nervous. I said the largest amount of ums that anybody's ever heard. So I am trying my best today to not repeat my bad performance from last week. Good on you, Amber. Great to see you. Thanks for checking in beautiful Canberra. And Amanda is there too. Great to see you, Amanda. Thanks for checking in. So we had our awards last week, and some people were very pleased that they got those awards. We have an ongoing program at the moment about mental health, and I'm giving away some mental health awards. They're medals with people's names on them that are still being inscribed. We had another couple of entrants this week. We got some beauties, and I said then, so that's one strike, two more, I'm out. G'day, Andrew. Great to see you, mate. Thanks for checking in, buddy. Really good to see you. Thanks for your support, everyone. So we had an entry for one of our medals. Now, what this person does, Mandy, is this is how she relaxes. And she's won an award for it. Mandy relaxes by renovating and painting her weatherboards. So, g'day, Jamie. Great to see you, mate. Thanks for checking in. So Mandy has won an award because when she's painting her weatherboard, just see the preparation on those weatherboards. It was perfect. And the brush strokes were like a tradesperson's. Well done, Mandy. You have won yourself an award for mental health. And what Mandy said was that she listens to podcasts and stuff like that, anything but listening about private investigations, because she switches off and chills out. And we're trying to get Adam. Great to see Tony. Sorry, Tony. Whoops. I'm old. Get used to it. Watching me will put you to sleep really quick. So Mandy's won an award for that, and I just got a little bit of a glimpse of Mandy going up to the seat. We're not worthy, Mandy. That is a great way to relax and chill. I was just so impressed with the preparation of those weatherboards, because if you saw all the ones that I've ever painted, you'd be very disappointed in me and my skills in that area. So Mandy has won a medal for mental health. And with what you've been watching in the news happening around the place this week, we're not talking about mental health on that scale. We're talking about keeping awareness of your own mental health with a very difficult job like we have. Earlier today, over in Investigations Uni, Pat told us all about the Australian Government Investigation Standard. If you missed it, you can replay it on demand with your invitation that you got to see about that. Pat went deep into it, and I forgot to put the link in. So I'll have the link in next week, and you'll be able to see, go and do the link, download the brochure, all that sort of thing next week. Down in Tasmania, in the news this week, a paramedic has proven that he got a mental health injury as a result of his job. So he was awarded some money in compensation in relation to that. He had a very stressful job. He was the coordinator of the ambulances, and he got no support from management. None. Now, we've all been there and done that. We've all been the opposite too. We've had a lot of support from management. But he had a mental health injury, psychological injury as a result, and he received a payout this week. This is what you're going to have, Amanda. I'm wearing your medal, but it'll have your name on it. It's okay. I am so impressed with that. Those weatherboards just prepped perfectly. You deserve more than a medal, I tell you what. What else has been happening over in South Australia, the home of fraud? South Australia, we know there's a lot of fraud over there, a lot of fraudsters in South Australia. We've had a surgeon who's been suspended from his profession and is facing being dismissed from it over a $50,000 fraud. And it's in relation to the fact that he made up a fictitious patient who didn't exist. And then he charged Medicare or some funding or something like that. I don't know. I didn't read it deep enough. Charged them $50,000 and got the payment for it. So why would he do that? Well, why do most fraudsters do it? Do they do it to gain something? Why do they do it? Are they feeding a drug habit? Are they feeding a gambling habit? Are they feeding a sex addiction? You just don't know. I don't know. It didn't say. But anyway, he's been caught out with a $50,000 fraud against one of the medical payments places in Australia. So that was in the news this week. You are watching episode 260 of Spy Curious, Australia's only investigation weekly news service that brings you job vacancies and news about what's been happening. So what else has been going on this week? I'll just do a quick switch. In the security industry down in Victoria, a labour hire company has been taken advantage of by one of the security firms, and it's caused all sorts of problems, and that security firm has been banned from approval to have labour hire security guards. They've withdrawn their approval for it, so they can't go and do that. So that was an interesting one this week. Labour hire firms supply a lot of security guards in Victoria. Massel Group, Seaham and everybody and Robin down in Melbourne are very happy with their industry award, which I'm holding there now that you can see through. They're very proud of it. The Seahams put up a great big post on LinkedIn saying how happy they are and thanking us for the recognition of what they do. And Robin and Seaham have been tireless with their work at the Massel Group down in Victoria, and that award was for professional development and encouragement of industry associations. Nobody encourages more industry association membership than Massel Group. They do. My word, they do. Allied Universal do. M&A Investigations do. Quantum Corp do. They keep getting members to us for our AirLap members, which is now over 1,000 members, and I'm really proud of the industry support that we've got out of that. This one comes a little bit home to me because the federal investigation probed fraud claims against the 12-year-old murderer in Victoria's accused carers. Now, what they've done at that organisation is they've told the NDIS that the carers have qualifications, but the qualifications were fake. So they're a care service provider charging the NDIS saying that their staff are fully qualified to do what they're doing, and they weren't, and they've been caught out. Now, there is an ASQA investigation into this, and this is very serious. This is go to jail stuff. This is really fake qualifications. Now, we've had it in here before with the LRD, and one instance of fake Certificate 3 in Investigative Services down in Victoria. I don't know what happened. I don't think he was overly sophisticated. But it's interesting that this one's come out purely for the fact they got an uncontrollable 12-year-old who's murdered somebody, who's had a very poor history, and the carers who are paid to look after her and keep her in the facility that she escaped from when she committed that murder were using fake qualifications. So that's an interesting one. Yeah, look, great to see. Great. G'day, Jamie. Good to see you, mate. Look, when you see fake qualifications and fraud like our surgeon in South Australia, that's what keeps us employed. We tend to encourage it a little bit because we're never going to run out of work. So that's what makes it all interesting for us. And yeah, Joy, you'll come across it quite frequently in your role, I am sure. But I'm really pleased to say that a couple of NDIS people this week at the Australian Security Academy achieved their diplomas in government fraud control. And they've been long-term Australian Security Academy students. So I'm really pleased about that, and it's great to see it. You'll actually be seeing one presenting on Investigations Uni later on this year, so be a little bit of an insight there. What else has been happening this week? We better get some jobs. Oh, sorry. The casino in Brisbane had a regulator put into the casino to keep it up to speed and to help it comply with its regulations. And it's come out this week that the Star Casino spied on the regulator, whose name was Mr. Weeks. And what they were doing, they were watching him, where he was going and what he was doing and what he was reporting, which sounds counterproductive to what he was there for. And they got caught out doing it. So they hit the headlines this week. I thought that was quite interesting, that one. Been a busy week. Very busy week. Here we go. Licensed surveillance investigator in Victoria. If you're a Victorian licensed private investigator and an Australian Security Academy graduate student, no experience necessary. Send your resume, a copy of your license to me, and I will put you in touch with the employer, who's an established employer of over 30 years, and they want to bring you up to speed for surveillance. So they've got an internal support training program. You've got to be a member of an industry association. If you're an Australian Security Academy graduate, you are. So get in touch with me if you want a surveillance job in Victoria and you have no experience. I'll introduce you to the employer that will give you the experience. Email me, don't ring me up, okay? That won't happen. You've got to email me. Quantum Corp are looking for investigators nationwide. So get in touch with Quantum Corp. They will give you a role where you can be a subcontractor or a permanent employee, which is a pretty good deal. That is great. So you've got a lot of choices at Quantum Corp: workers' compensation, general insurance, that sort of thing. The NDIS are looking for a fraud investigation analyst. Now, you'll need a certificate for in government fraud control for this one. That's what they'll want. So if you saw our presentation on Investigations Uni talking about the standards for investigators, this is the requirement and this is it in action. You won't need that here. You only need a Certificate 3 in Investigative Services, sure factor after investigators, factual investigators in Victoria, South Australia, New South Wales, and Queensland. So all these jobs, people, are on our Australian Security Academy Facebook page. You can see them there. If you're enjoying this program, give it a like, please. If my jokes are funny, go LOL. Consumer Protection Investigator is wanted by New South Wales Department of Customer Service in New South Wales. Now, again, that's a certificate for an government investigation role. One of the ones that's featured on this program consistently over the last, 260 episodes are the Australian Communications and Media Authority. They're the people that all the complaints about the ads, all that sort of thing go to, and they do the investigations into that. A lot of them are Australian Security Academy graduates. Massel Group, who we saw, we're very proud of their award that they won at the Australian Security Academy Professional Development Awards, are looking for a licensed factual investigator down in Victoria. Now, you're going to be doing workers' compensation investigations with Massel, and you'll probably be doing a little bit of code of conduct investigations as well. So that's something to keep in mind. There's a wide variety of work, and that's Massel Group, New South Wales and in Victoria. But that particular one was limited to Victoria, that one. Oops. Got a bit lost there, people. I'll go back to where I'm supposed to be. Now, we do have another winner for our mental health award. What I wanted people to do was to send in a short video of what takes their mind off their work. And we had Jack send us in a video. Now, he sent in 2 videos, but I'll play the first one. For his mental health, Jack likes to build things. Now, that's not real bad. I think that's great. That's great. Thanks, Amanda. Really appreciate that. G'day, Nasreen. Great to see you. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, the YouTube channel is a lot of fun on that YouTube channel. If you ever get a chance, your footy team's getting flogged, get over there and have a look at it. It's an interest. Anyway, back to Jack. Here is what Jack did. Now, remember, Amanda.
We're not worthy.
Now, we're not worthy to keep up with Amanda. So what can Jack do? He builds things. Let's have a look.
What are my hobbies? My hobbies are a bit on the grand scale. I like building things. And in 2018, I started with that. That finished in 2018. And then I started with that. And when I finished that, there's a small building there. That's a pump house. Did that.
We're going to have a look at some more of Jack. We're going to look in Jack's tool shed, and we're going to see Jack's log splitter, everything a little bit towards the end of the show. Don't let me leave without that. So, Jack, as they said in Wayne's World,
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
You're a winner, mate. That built that house on 5 acres. See the electric fence? I reckon Jack's hiding a horse out the back there somewhere. So great effort, Jack. You're going to have the medal I'm wearing. This is Amanda's. Okay, you're going to get one of those sent down to you. They're still being inscribed. It's taking forever. I should have taken them to the shopping centre, but anyway, that's okay. We'll survive that, and everybody will still get it. IBAC invited me today to participate in a survey on my perceptions of corruption in Victoria. Oh boy, look out, IBAC. Jack's wife uses the electric fence to keep him out. That's fair enough. Yeah, he's done a good job of it. He's done a very good of it. Yeah. Oh boy. So yeah, IBAC did that this week. So they've invited me. I don't know how long they got, but they've invited me to participate in that survey. That's the invitation. Some of you, Amanda said that my YouTube channel's quite entertaining. She gets a good laugh out of it, and it's good for her mental health. Little insight there. I know you look at it and you think, gee, 5 hours of hair and makeup, and that's the best that guy can do that you're looking at right now. What they've done now is they've got AI enhancement. So before I come on, down in the bottom right there where that dot is on that blue line, above the little TV thing, you see I wind the AI enhancement touch up my appearance right up to high. So little secret there if ever you have your own live YouTube channel. Oh, that's our fictitious fame. LKA are looking for investigator down in Tasmania. So that's opportunity down there. In Hobart, it's going to be based in Hobart. So you'll be working with Terry, who used to be in Melbourne, but I think he's back in Hobart now. So that's a great opportunity down there. What you've got to do if you want to see those jobs is go to this page. Now, I have only told you about 11 of those jobs. There are other jobs there that I haven't shown you this week that are real standout opportunities. There's one there for OIS Global as a investigations manager, and there's one there for a Brookside as an investigations manager, and both those jobs are there. Question I got asked today was, how do I access the AirLap Continuous Professional Development Program? Okay. what we're doing, if you're studying at the Australian Security Academy currently, and you write to me, I can add Investigations Uni into your Moodle profile and give you access to the ones relevant to Certificate 3 Investigative Services or Government Investigation or whatever. All you have to do is say, Mike, in an email, can you give me access to Investigations Uni on Moodle? I'm currently in there. And you can go there and you get to see all those presentations that you see in that email, and you can complete directly out of Moodle your CPD there. So that's available to, if you're currently studying as a student or recently graduated and you've still got access to Moodle, you'll be able to do it directly from Moodle. You go to My Courses in the top right-hand corner where the Investigations Uni sign is covering that up. And we're not in Investigations Uni, we're actually in Spy Curious. So you go up to that top right corner and you'll be able to see your access to our CPD program. There it is, all right? And it will show up in your My Courses. So that's one way of getting in there. G'day, Taylor. Thank you for checking in, Taylor. I'm sure you're happy and well. Okay, it's great to see. So, sorry I can't keep up with the comments, people. I'm old. I'm flipping around all over the place here. So that's one way of accessing it. Now, the other way to access it is through, if I've got a video on it here somewhere, is through the email I send you. See if this is the right one. So you've completed your activities and your quiz and you want to download your certificate from Chris's presentation as your CPD proof of your 3 CPD points. But you're having a problem downloading it because you can't get to it. Now, up in the top left-hand corner is the key. What you've done is you've done the activities, but you haven't marked them as complete. So in that circle, it says 2 out of 3 complete. So you've missed doing the quiz as complete, or reading the PowerPoint, or watching the video as complete. So do that, mark it as complete, and as soon as you do that, that circle will connect, and you can download your certificate of completion. So that's how you do it. You've got to go to that Podia website, use your username, make your own username and password. It will ask, when click on the presentation you want to watch, it'll ask you to pay now. Click pay now, it's free, and you'll access them there if you're getting the emails from Investigations Uni. So either way, if you're a graduate student of the Australian Security Academy, you don't have access to Investigations Uni, email me and I will provide it. If you're currently studying, I'll provide it in Moodle and you'll have quick access. Mind you though, in your My Courses section, you're going to have 26 extra My Courses for what's available to you. Keep that in mind, all right? You've got to be pretty good at managing what's going on up there. Chris is late because he had to go and get another coffee. And he says he's sorry. We don't believe you, Chris. And it's colder in Tassie and Jack's warming up with 5 mugs because he's built everything he can possibly build on 5 acres. I just got to bring up that last lot of jobs, people. I do apologise. Got to get it right. Just entertain yourselves. No, it looks like I've left those jobs out. So, but go to that Facebook page. I'll bring the Facebook page up one last time so you know what I'm talking about. You have to ask to join this Facebook page. It's where I keep all the job vacancies as I see them coming up during the week, or like the one where the surveillance operative in Melbourne. That one, the client came straight to me. It's not on Seek, all right? They want a graduate student of the Australian Security Academy to do it. This is where you will find those jobs on this Facebook page. You have to ask to join it. That's really important. All right, okay. Use hay bales, mate. A lot of people in Margate build houses out of hay bales. Really proud of our 2 winners with their mental health award this week. Well done, people. Well done, Amanda, and well done, Jack. Great work. That was supposed to have been episode 260 of Spy Curious with no ums in it. I did think I got one in. All right, it's a bushfire area, okay. All right, we just got to have a quick look at part 2. This is where you see Jack's shed, okay. All right, all his tool shed, what's in there, how disorganised it is and messy. Get this, and what pisses Jack off. Okay, so let's see what we can find in relation to that. Here's part 2 of medal winning mental health award, Jack.
That's my radio. That's my log splitter. And my quaddy. It's a 500cc four-wheel drive. That's my cement mixer there. And our driveway, we've got 5 acres up here. It's my tool shed. And I just extended my shed. Better that. So I just built this part onto it. Fridge with all the chemicals and painting stuff. So that's my hobby. I'm enjoying it. I'm out here almost every day, whenever I can. So, lots of wildlife here. I like them all, except for the possums. They're a pain in the ass. Okay. Thank you.
I like possums. They're all right. Plant lavender. If you want to get, you've got some lavender outside your place, put some more in, Jack. That'll keep the possums away. It works. What are you guys? Oh dear. All right. Okay. So next week on Investigations Uni, we're going to start with the fraud control rule, as we spoke about last week. We may have another award winner for our professional development awards. Investigations Uni, that's the one that looks like this that you watched with Pat Flynn today, where Pat did an absolutely excellent presentation, as he always does, every time on time, in relation to the Australian Government Investigation Standard. And that's going to link back to the fraud control rule next week when we do that for Investigations Uni. So people, look, thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. They never warned you about the possums, did they, Jack? That's the one thing you got to get used to in Tasmania, and they can make a heck of a lot of noise. So next week it will be the Commonwealth Fraud Corruption Control Framework and the Fraud Control Rule, which is something to look forward to. Principal investigator for workplace relations is paying $260,000 a year on SEEK. Licensed surveillance agents are wanted in Brisbane. So get on that, get onto that by Queensland Covert Surveillance, Greg and the team there. They're hiring at Truth Investigations for surveillance agents. Get on our Facebook page to see that possibility. And the Asia Pacific Security Group down in Victoria are after a factual investigator as well. Any rabbits? Tasmania's Rabbit Central. I've got to get a real job. That's what I've got to do. Thank you, people, for watching. I've enjoyed your company. That's my 30 minutes this week. We hope Casey Pine will be back with us next week. Something to look forward to instead of me going, yeah, rabbits. just talk amongst yourselves. We'll be back next week, and Casey Pine may be back with us next week, I hope. And I'm looking forward to that because I don't have to do everything myself. And I'm going to go out in the way that I always go out.
작전 종료. 전원 복귀할 것.
That's my mission complete this week. My very first job on a farm in Tasmania was taking around a little test tube of, what was it? Fleas, and I had to spread them around rabbit holes in Tasmania, and it was the flea that bit the rabbits that gave them that virus that was supposed to eliminate them. It never did, but Tasmania's prolific for rabbits. It's got a lot of predators down there for rabbits, eagles, hawks, Tasmanian devils, the native cats, all that sort of thing. But the rabbits are a real problem, and I don't think they're ever going to go away down there. They're never going to get rid of them. See you all next week, Jack. Thanks very much for your participation. Thanks, Joy. Good to see you. Really pleased to see you. Get lots of questions for Pat, and we'll ask him next week here on Spy Curious about the government investigations standards. Thanks for watching, people. See you next week.